Hi guys, this is Jeremiah with StoneBlueAirlines, and today I'm checking out a brand new wing from Sweep Wings called the Flinch. It's a 37-inch FPV wing, something nice and small, definitely smaller than the Juggernaut, and is going to be a fantastic little FPV platform to throw in the back seat if you've got a compact car. Won't take any space, and like myself, I am excited about this wing because I've got a little trip planned coming up, and I don't have a lot of room to haul stuff with taking the kids along. So I am excited to get this thing in the air and flying. Worked on a little new paint scheme. Yeah, I'm a James Bond fan and it's my handle, so I thought, hey, why not? Let's throw something cool on the plane. Let me just show you kind of where I'm at. So the plane's already been laminated. Everything's been glued together. Ruben from Sweep Wings was kind enough to glue things together, at least on the wing section, and use his method of choice, Gorilla Glue. I will say Gorilla Glue over using goop is a little easier in the paintable department. It's not that both of them don't paint, it's just that I find with what he did in sanding it down, it's definitely a smooth joint, and that's really nice, so you don't end up seeing much. He also went ahead and dropped in some servos for me, and then the rest of it was left up to me, other than the motor mount was also installed. So appreciate that, Ruben. Thanks, man. And then for this, I'm going to be flying with a 200 milliwatt 1280 or 1258 system, and you really don't need a lot of power on, you know, these kind of wings. Even big wings for that matter. 200 milliwatt can take you a long distance. I like to cut in and drop in as much of my stuff now as I can to keep everything flush. So I've got my antenna mount here on the end that's gluing in place. My deck lid or cover here for my battery bay. This is the thinner corrugated plastic. Again, I went ahead and kept everything on top. Something I've been doing on my wings as well. And I know this is a little different than how Ruben builds. So, sorry Ruben, you know, we got to build our own way, right? What I did is not only use welders to adhere this down, and then I'm using goop now to drop it in. Welders is a little bit quicker for me to work with on some of these builds since I'm doing a bunch of stuff. And then I go ahead and cut the area for the strap to go in, and then I'll cut the bay area for the GoPro. The FPV camera will slide in on this side. I'm also possibly going to mount something on top with this wing just because it's a little different platform. I am going to be, of course, running my Corona RP8D1 on this, so that'll get mounted right here. This area is finishing getting glued up. A little goop in there to harden everything up, and then I'll run the antenna down on the end of the wing. I'll be running, of course, my favorite Security Camera 2000 camera on this, but I'll also be testing it with some Fat Shark systems, so take a look for that video as well. Other than that, really nice clean wing. Really like the size. Again, the fit and finish on this wing, it's really nice once again. So Ruben, excellent job on all the cutting and trimming of the EPP. These are EPP Elevons, and on mine, I am using the laminating film. So I do a thin film on the top, join the two sections, get my spacing, and then flip it over and then do a joiner on the back. And then what you can do is, if you have an issue where it's kind of like folded up when you're done, just iron it back down and you'll get a nice tight fitting joint that's going to last a long time and will definitely hold up to any kind of abuse you're going to give it to it. Of course, got to put my control horns in and get all that stuff mounted, and then we're going to get in the air. So guys, I'm working on the next step, slowly getting the electronics set up, and you'll be there for the Maiden. So guys, thanks for watching, and let's continue this build. Alright, a little update here on the Flinch. It is all set and ready to fly. Just finished doing my programming on my radio. It'll be on 72 megahertz, the Futaba T7 cap, and got everything set, ready to go. Excited. So the Maiden is coming next. I've also got some Fat Sharks gear that I'm testing out as well, so look for that full video. And we're going to put this thing in the air and we'll see how the Flinch does as a small FPV platform. I've got my GoPro now officially mounted on the front. And I cut everything out and then I put a nice chunk of Velcro, of course. And then this is the little Fat Shark's Transporter 3 camera on the front. And then I've got my cutout here that will be also my board camera. So I'll probably be testing it out with both. All my video system is installed, and I'm gonna leave my battery. No, of course not gonna leave it here. That will be inside. That's my plane finder. And then let me show you on the inside here on the bay. This is just on here temporary. If it works awesome, it will remain. And then inside, I've got everything else set up in here. And this is my splitter here. Basically, I can run power in. It'll run my OSD to filter, so I'm not going to have any issues with my video signal coming out of the ESC. I just tap off of that. JST goes right in. And then this power distribution board is fantastic, made by iBcrazy and Video Aerial System. So guys, if you're running OSD and you want a simple plug and play, PM me here. I'll tell you a little bit more about these. These are fantastic and they work great. Make setting up your planes so simple. Alright, darn plane finder. I think that's it, guys. Next step is let's take it to the field and let's fly it. Alright, we're out at the airfield. The Flinch is ready to fly. We're going to take it up for its first maiden, so everything seems to be set up properly. Everything's working. CG seems right. There's little markings on the bottom that Ruben at Sweepwing sets up here, so it's pretty easy to set the CG. Next thing to do is let's power it up and let's put it in the air. Alright, she's flying, but I have my trim set off enough where I'm going to have to bring her in, make some adjustments in order to get enough servo throw. But even without all that being said, she is really stable in the air, even going slow. So let's bring her in. That's a good first maiden, even if we have to make some adjustments. It flies really stable right on the CG. Great little plane. So once I get this thing trimmed out, she's gonna be awesome. Okay, maiden take 2, a little bit of adjustment on the ailerons, changing my throw position. We'll see if I have a little bit too much this time, and then we'll dial it back down again. Yes. Up elevator, too much. But that's a quick and easy correction. Guys, I'm at about a quarter throttle, if that. I feel like it might even be able to take a little bit more nose weight, so I might have to play with that, but I plan on running a different camera up front. Open her up a little bit. Not quite half throttle. Throws are set pretty good. I've got about 80% on the throws right now and 30% expo. All right, throttle off. That's a great little wing. So with not too much adjustment and playing with CG and the throws on the aileron surfaces, our second Maiden's already great, and it's flying so smooth, very stable, and you can see at really slow speeds it's super stable, and even at fast speeds it's really stable. So guys, that is the Flinch. Next test is going to be to put it in the air and do some FPV with it. Alright guys, here we are at the airfield again. I'm going to do final testing today on the Flinch, show you guys some FPV. So I am also testing out the Fat Shark system, so we'll be doing some recording there. I'm going to be showing you the GoPro and a little bit of everything today. So for the final test of the Flinch, we're going to get it up in the air and do a little FPV. This would be the 4th flight. Tested all the gear on the 3rd flight. The first 2 before that were to get it trimmed out. The plane is flying fantastic, and going to put it through some paces here today under the goggles. So let me go ahead and switch over, get everything set up, and join me on the flight. Here we go. Alright guys, there you have it, the Flinch from Sweep Wings, a fantastic little FPV wing. It's small, it can carry a lot of payload, and it's a heck of a lot of fun to fly. So thanks again, Ruben from Sweep Wings, for sending this on over for testing and checking it out. Really, I like the plane. It's great. Just like the Juggernaut, it's like the little baby brother of the Juggernaut in my opinion here. So it can do almost everything the other one can't, except carry all the full payload on the battery end. But I plan coming up to probably throw 2 2200s in it. Just didn't have time to mess with it today, and wanted to get it up in the air and do its final test. So guys, thanks for watching this review on the Flinch from Sweep Wings. Check them out, great stuff. And guys, you're gonna see a lot more from this plane as I head to Tennessee in an upcoming video. All right guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.